A little bit about my background. I've spent north of 20 years in and around the marketing and marketing services space for consumer packaged goods, consumer electronics, apparel, many other industries. I've had an opportunity to work on some pretty amazing product launches, but ultimately thinking about how to leverage data and insights to drive engagement, relationships with consumers on behalf of brands. So Atomo coffee is the first beanless coffee to come to market. Lots of others have tried to make imitation taste-based products to mimic coffee. Atomo is unique in a sense that as a food technology and consumer packaged goods company, we design coffee at a molecular level. So Atomo is about a 4-year-old company, and we spent the first 3 years benchtop designing the product. I joined the organization in May of this year, and we have had an opportunity to start our adventure coming into retail and pursuing direct to consumer. Data and analytics over the years, what an exciting adventure it's been the last 20 years, just understanding how to get at and leverage data to better understand consumer behavior, to better understand how product is moving through the supply chain, and the interdependencies of all the different activities that happen in and around retail, as an example. Being able to tackle things like phantom inventory and out of stocks, placement of product, being able to really measure the impact of marketing activities in a meaningful way, which has always been one of the most challenging things in a retail environment, because you have multiple things happening at one time. You have discounts, you have promotions, you have advertising, and understanding those different mixes and the impact they have on one another has been very challenging to measure. And I think from a data perspective, as data has become more widely available, my experience is about 1% of companies actually know what to do with the data. They all have tons of it, but the practical application and discipline and systems and understanding of that data, I would still say is something worth pioneering, and something that we've been really excited to partner with Stopwatch in that effort. As I came on board at Atomo, one of the things that I really challenged the organization to focus on and do right as we approached going into retail was to build a data and insights practice, which, as I mentioned previously, very few companies do or do well. And so the tenets and the discipline that we wanted to establish here is that first we understand what data is going to make sense for our organization, not just for right now, but as we think about scaling our business long term. So that was kind of one core tenet. The second piece was putting the right minds around that data and the right technology platform around that data, which is pretty onerous for a small company. In my experience, it can be millions and millions of dollars to even establish an appropriate data practice, certainly a data practice where you can measure its impact and results on the business and allowing you to make strategic decisions. I would say that as we looked at the marketplace, leaned on some trusted advisors and relationships that have 20, 30, 40 plus years of experience in and around retail data, we were introduced to Stopwatch, and I will tell you it's been a godsend for us. So as we looked at a technology platform that had the capability, the robustness, the people at Stopwatch as far as the ability to understand not just how to organize data, but how to derive the right insights and lay the right foundation for what would allow us to have a command and control center for how we're going to execute our business in retail and in e-commerce.